In the last week of December of 2021, Facebook did some major updates to their platform, and hundreds, if not thousands, of valid accounts were disabled, including my business account. I've been going through the process of trying to get it enabled again for over a month now. So as a business owner who relies on our Facebook account, because you have to have a personal Facebook account in order to do anything, we rely on that for revenue. It's a pretty scary process that we're going through right now. So in this episode, I'm going to talk to you about the different ways you can try to get your account re-enabled as quickly as possible to get back on Facebook so you can keep making money.
Inkyma's Marketing Strategies is a podcast for small business owners hosted by Audrey Kirchner, co-founder and chief marketing strategist at Inkyma, helping you navigate the world of marketing so that you can market your business in the right way, see growth, and thrive regardless of the industry you're in. To learn more about Inkyma and what we do, ask a question, or schedule a marketing evaluation, go to the website inkyma.com. That's INKYMA.com. Listen to the show on your podcast player of choice, the Inkyma website, or the Inkyma YouTube channel. Just search for Inkyma Marketing Strategies and you'll find what you need.
So this episode, there is a lot in the show notes. I am sharing hashtags, I am sharing links, I am sharing all sorts of things. So please make sure you go and take a look at the show notes on the website. We're at inkyma.com and check out the notes for episode 45 for Facebook disabled my account. So Facebook has been actually disabling accounts for years now. But this last one in December of 2021 was really interesting because they did a major update on Facebook itself and in advertising and the ads manager on December 15th. Through all the research I'm doing is that I think there was a bug in their bots or something that caused them to disable a lot of accounts because of that. And when an account is disabled for whatever reason by the bots, a human has to look at it. And so now I think, this is all speculation, right? I don't know anything for a fact, but I think Facebook is way behind on trying to get accounts back up and running because humans are involved. So here's what happened to me. I was on vacation in New Jersey the last week of December of 2021. Business still goes on when you're on vacation. A client reached out, had some issue with their Facebook page, which ironically I think was because of the same update. And so I logged in on my iPad from a different state, and I think that caused the bot to go crazy, thinking I was actually hacking into my own account, and they disabled my account. So by the way, once I get my account back, because as of this recording, I'm still disabled, I'm going to update the show notes and tell you exactly which resolution and what really worked for me. So definitely, if you're listening to this outside of January, February of 2022, go and take a look at the show notes. My resolution hopefully will be in there by that point. So because of this, I've been doing a lot of research around this whole Facebook disabling thing. So that's why I'm doing this episode, is that I want to share my experience, what I'm doing, in the hopes that if this is happening to other business owners, they can get it resolved much more quickly than I can. Because like I said, I have revenue that depends on this, and I'm sure other business owners do too. It's one thing to lose a personal account and maybe you can't talk to friends, play a game or something like that, but this is a big deal for my company. And so I had mentioned this has been going on for a very long time, and it's so prevalent, so much so that there's actually a petition out there that people can sign asking Facebook to change their practice and process around disabling accounts. I mean, I get it. You have to have a way to disable accounts where people are not doing the right things. They're violating policies, and that's necessary. But Facebook's practice is broken, and they need to fix it. There's also a dedicated hashtag to this on Twitter. And there are videos and there are articles about people sharing their experiences, just like I'm doing here, that date back many, many years. What I find interesting and a little alarming is that major media outlets have not picked up on this and written an article about it. It's been happening for years. There was this big thing in December of 2021, and no one's talking about it at a national level. And I really think they should be. All right. So here's what I learned and here's what I tried. But the first thing I want to say to you is that if this has happened to you or is happening to you, one, you're not alone. And two, you didn't do anything. That's what I felt like when this first happened to me is, oh my gosh, this is happening to just me, which is so not true now. And that, what did I do wrong? And I didn't. Like, did I violate a policy? No, I didn't. I just happened to log into my Facebook account from the wrong place on the wrong device at the wrong time. It was just a really bad coincidence. So the first thing I found was that there is a dedicated hashtag on Twitter. It's hashtag Facebook disabled me. And I did post my experience there. Did not hear back from Facebook, of course, but at least I felt like I was generating awareness and other people responded to it. They liked it. They gave me a little heart. And so that was that beginning of, oh my gosh, I'm not alone type of thing. The other thing, and I mentioned it, is there is a petition on change.org, right? Link is in the show notes. There are over 2,000 people that signed the petition. It's another awareness generating tool. Hopefully, if enough people sign it, that awareness will get to Facebook and they will change their process. And then the other thing that I found too is that on Discord, there is a chat and it's the same hashtag as Twitter and it's Facebook disabled me. There's a lot of people in this. It is very, very active and there are people sharing their experiences, what they did, who they talked to, all sorts of things. So I highly recommend that you join that Discord chat, see what people have done, talk to people, get some advice. It's really, really helpful. And so as part of my research, I did actually find a couple of email addresses. So the problem with having your account disabled is that you can't reach out to Facebook because all of that is embedded in the account. And so if you don't have access to your account, you can't message them. You can't use Messenger. You can't do any of that stuff because it's all tied to your account. So here are the 3 top email addresses that I found. support@fb.com, disabled@fb.com, and appeals with an S at fb.com. I did email all 3. I did not hear anything back, but at least I felt like maybe shoved the boulder a little bit and it probably rocked back and hit me in the face, but at least I was doing something. In the show notes, there's a full article with those 3, as well as a bunch of other email addresses. Who knows what's going to happen there? The next thing where I felt like I got the most educational benefit as well as information to move forward with was I found a YouTube video from a content maker. Her name is Simply Megan. The link to the video is in the show notes. And she did a whole video on very similar to this, what she tried and how she got her account back. It's a couple years old. So the video is absolutely worth watching, but the real gold, the real nugget is actually in the comments of other people who watched it because the people in the comments are sharing contact information about people who helped them get access back to their Facebook. And you'll see stuff in there like @Tom whoever helped me. What they're referencing here is that they contacted these people through WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a product of Meta, of Facebook. And I believe, don't know this for sure, but I think the people that they found or they reached out to were actually Facebook employees that helped work some magic behind the scenes. Again, the video, a lot of the comments are a little older. Give the WhatsApp connections a try. Those people still may be doing work with Facebook. They may know other people. And being able to have a human respond to you is definitely a really nice thing. Okay, so the last one I'm going to share with you, which is the one I feel like I have been most successful with so far and probably the most gratifying, is going through Oculus. Oculus is a Facebook company, a Meta company. And if you go to their support area, you can actually chat with a human being. They're really nice and they help you fill out a form and they submit it on your behalf through the back end of Facebook. And if you look at notes on Discord and in some of these video chats and stuff, people have had success with this. So here's where I want to do a huge, big shout out to Vanessa at Oculus. She was the person I was on chat with a couple of days ago. She was really helpful, very empathetic, and I now have an open support ticket through Oculus to help me resolve my disabled account issue. The ironic part of our conversation is that she had said that this had happened to her and it took her 3 months to get her account back. And she works there, It's crazy. The other thing she shared, and I'm not sure if this is just lip service, something that they tell them to tell us, which I totally get, this is out of her hands, is that Facebook is working on changing the process. I don't think they're doing it for us as the users. I think they're doing it for themselves, because whatever this process is for disabling accounts, to re-enable accounts through all these different mechanisms, it's a lot of human man hours, and it's costing them. I can't run ads on behalf of clients. And so that's costing Facebook revenue. Other business owners are probably having the same thing, because you have to have a personal account in order to have an ads account to be able to run advertising. And while my small ad spend on behalf of my customers is probably not putting a dent in Facebook's revenue, when you compound that over time over a bunch of different accounts, I could see where they might see a small dip in their revenue because of this. So I'm hoping that they're doing it to help themselves, because I've never seen Facebook do anything to help other people. So I am supposed to hear back with someone from Facebook within 7 days, according to my ticket information. So fingers crossed, it's only been a couple days, haven't heard anything. There is a catch, right? Because this information got out years ago, Oculus got inundated with requests. And so they had to change their policy. You have to be an Oculus owner of the equipment, of the gaming equipment, in order for them to submit the ticket and to do this on your behalf. I already own an Oculus. We've had one for years. They're really great. They're a lot of fun. But even if I didn't, as a business owner that relies on Facebook for revenue generation in my business, the price of buying an Oculus is well worth getting my account back as quickly as possible. If you're a little deterred by this, think about the ROI. Is a couple $100 worth the revenue that you're not getting, the exposure you're missing from clients and that kind of thing, to get that back as quickly as possible? It's not right. It's not fair, but sometimes in business, we got to do what we got to do. So in the show notes, I put the form questions that Vanessa asked me so that you can be prepared when you reach out via Oculus to answer all of the questions. And it was really super simple. I was logged into my Oculus account through one of the other Oculus users in my household, because I can't use my own Facebook account anymore. Got onto chat. They were there within at least a minute, and I was done within 10 to 15 minutes. So it was a really great experience. So that's really all I have for you this episode. It's short, it's sweet, but there's a lot packed in here. Again, I'm going to update the show notes when my issue is resolved, letting you know which way it went. So hopefully, cross your fingers and wish me luck. So here's my final thoughts for you. If you or someone you know has had their Facebook account disabled in the past or now, share this episode. I really want to make sure we're generating more awareness about this, so that for business owners in the future, even for personal accounts, there are people out there that they connect humanly with people via Facebook. It's like their lifeline to the world. And to get disabled is emotionally crushing for them. So regardless if it's impacting your business, it's impacting your personal life, if it's impacting your gaming, Facebook needs to fix this process. And the only way I think that it's going to happen is if we generate awareness and push for change. So please share this with as many people as possible. So here at Inkyma, we like to give back to the business community. I provide a free 45-minute consultation to any business owner, regardless if you're looking for a marketing company, if you want to talk about your Facebook disabled experience, if you want to ask questions. That's what that 45 minutes is for. Just go to the website, Inkyma.com. That's INKYMA.com, and there is a button to schedule a marketing evaluation in the upper right-hand corner. Just click it, pick your date and time, and we are on the calendar together. If you just have a quick question or you want to just share some information with me, there's a contact form at the bottom, and I respond to all of those personally. So again, I hope this episode was informative, helped you not feel alone, gave you some good things to try, because the goal of this entire podcast is to help all business owners grow and thrive. Thank you for listening, and have an amazing week.